Hello, my name is Linda from Lindy-Lou Pottery. I live in northwest Tasmania here in Australia, and this is going to be a video on, well, I get a lot of comments on my videos, or not, I get a few comments just asking what my prices are on my swirl bowls and mugs and a few different other pieces. So I thought I'd go through like what I price on my pieces, and also I've just done my 6th market on Sunday, and I've got my like sales, like the takings, and then also put down the cost of the clay and the glazes, and my marketing, like my leaflets and the stickers and everything I use. So I thought I'd go through that. If it helps someone, I know I enjoy watching videos where people show their results from markets, and it's just interesting. And if it helps someone to think, oh, you know, like for their pricing, or my markets can be like sometimes don't do as good as other days, and that's fine. And I just thought if that helps someone know that it's okay, just keep going, and you'll have good sales, and you'll have ordinary sales, and that's fine, isn't it? You know, and it depends on the time of year. I'm in Tasmania, so it's regional, and there's still a lot of markets though in Tasmania. We are known for our markets, but you know, and I'm just really happy. You know, I think the biggest thing is to really love what you're doing and enjoy it, and the results will come, and how it's meant to be, it will work out, and I just feel I'm really happy at the markets, being around people. It's got such a really good energy, and all the other store holders and the customers that come through. It's just a really nice environment. So whatever I take, I just always know at the end of the day, I've just loved it. Like, I've really enjoyed it. So that's that. Just quickly about me, and I haven't mentioned it a few times in my videos, just if, you know, if I have new subscribers. I'm up to 623, so thank you so much. I love it. I do, in 2019, I found out I have rheumatoid arthritis, and then for years, in quite a few years there, 3 years, 4 years, I was quite crippled in pain, so bedridden, and Gary, my husband, he really did everything for me, like dressed me or helped me shower, and didn't really, my life was a bit, yeah, it was a bit hard there for a few years. But last year I went to a functional medicine doctor, and helped me so much, and I walked in there quite crippled. My hands were frozen, so even if I could close a finger, it would lock there and I'd be stuck. So my joints were very inflamed in my knees, fingers, where else, hip, my feet, pretty much wherever there's a joint, elbow, my neck, pain, jaw, and I even got the rheumatoid went into my eyes. It's called sclerosis, so they went bloodshot red, and they were in like horrific pain and inflamed, and I was in and out of the eye hospital. So things were really quite bad, and so I sought help the functional medicine doctor last year, January last year, and by April I started to get some movement. So it was really helping me, the treatment, and it was all natural treatment, so supplements and a lot of meditation and healing of soothing the body through thoughts. So it was really quite amazing, and it has stayed with me. You know, it's been, will be 2 years in January, and the results, like of feeling amazing, has stayed with me. And it was January I first went in, and by April I did like she called it beautiful filly, a miracles list, and on there on the top of the list was I'd love to do pottery, and it was just like a miracle, because around the corner was this beautiful girl, Paula, who actually did pottery courses, and I didn't know. And I went along, I booked in on a Saturday, and I think there was 8 of us, and I made 2 mugs, and that was it. I'm gonna get it for you, like the first mug I ever made. Hold on. I should have got it down, and I forgot. So I'll just grab I'm so sorry leaving the camera like that, but this was the mugs that I made. They're adorable. So it was my first mug I'd ever made, and there's actually little penguins on there, and this one here too. And of course I've got Maisie, the sausage dog, on there, and that were the first mugs, and I cherish them, and I use them, and I adore them. So yeah, I thought I'd show you those first mugs. So I went along to this pottery course, and that was it. I just loved it. Come home with these mugs. I picked them up like a week later, or might have been a fortnight later after they'd been in the kiln. And then I went along every Tuesday to Paula with a couple of other lovely girls, and all last year I just made things and learnt so much from Paul. I got my kiln in December, just gone, and so it's nearly a year, and then I haven't stopped making pottery. So for me, it's been healing, like so healing, for like emotionally and your health, and it's just changed my life. So markets is just something I do because I love it, and if it gives us a little bit of money just to keep the pottery going, it's amazing. So that's my story, and everyone has their own story on how they got into pottery and how it's changed their lives, because everyone you see on YouTube is that happy and glowing, and I think it's really a beautiful, and we're so blessed that we've come across pottery. I'll go through some pricing first off. So a lot of people ask about mugs. So my mugs, I do, and it's taken me a while to get to these prices, and it might change again. At first I was selling them, I think, for $20, which, you know, I thought, who'd pay $20 for my mugs? But people do. And it really, there's so much work goes into mugs, as we know. But I've finally come to a price, and it works for me, and they sell. So $35 or two for $60, because I always make pairs. But a lot of people just buy one mug, and a lot of people will buy a pair, or they'll buy two mugs, but two different, you know, glazed mugs. So so $35 or two for $60, and that works for me. On my website, they're two for $60. I just sell them because of the cost of postage. I just keep my whiskey tumblers and mugs in pairs on my website. Whiskey tumblers, I just do a flat $30, and I find that works really well for me. So $30 for whiskey tumblers, and you know, it's just two for $60, and they're $30 each. So they're the whiskey tumblers and mugs. So those prices work for me. My large vases here, I do a small and a large, but the large I do for $85. Only there's a lot of clay in the vases, and a fair bit of work goes into them, and the drying, and they just take longer. So anyway, $85, and they do sell. And the small vases I do for $30. My large wavy bowls, and either with a pedestal or without, I do for $90. Took me a while to get to that price, starting at $60. I don't know what I started at, but I've got to $90. They sell, and I'm happy with it. It's a lot of clay, a lot of glaze, obviously, too, isn't it? And $90 works for me. The platter and dip bowls, so I sell a lot of these as well, $85. So that's the price I do on my platter and dip bowls, $85. And they're popular. And these little sets here, which have got the platter and the separate bowl, $55. And they sell. As soon as I do them, they put them on the table, and they're good price. I guess that they sell really well. Now my swirl bowls here, took me a while to get to this price. I think I started at $50, and they're just like flying off the table. I thought, oh my God. And then I went up and up, but $85, really happy with that price, and people don't question it. No one questions. Actually, I've never been questioned my prices or asked if they can get it cheaper. So that's where I think, well, they're at the right price. People pay it, and so $85 for swirls. And then the bowl that is the same as the swirl, same size. This one here, which are popular, they're 85. Oh, I've actually got 75 on them. And just the last one I did, I put 85 because I thought, well, it's the same amount of clay and glaze. So I'll see. But yeah, I have had 75 on them and just put them to 85. And my other wavy bowl, I didn't grab one of them, so they're 75. And yeah, the wavy bowl. And then the chip and dip wavy bowl, it's got the little wavy, I haven't even got one because they've sold. I've got one drying out there, 85 on them. So that's my prices. And if it helps anyone or you know, I always get curious what people put on theirs, and you just got to find what works and what you're comfortable with and what you're confident in your work, and that's what I think. It's what you're confident with, and on your pieces. It's taken me a few months to get to being really happy with the prices, and that could change. Who knows, they could go down or up a bit, but right now I'm really happy with them. Now, I thought I'd go through my, a lot of people ask about my labels that you see on all my pieces. So I get them from Vistaprint. Now, I don't know if they're just Australia. I don't think they are, but that's where I get them from. So I do a few little things. So this card here is like a thank you card. So when there's a purchase on my website, I always put one of these in and write a little note, like a personal note on the back. So they're my thank you cards, and yeah, they're really pretty. That vase in that, it's actually the first vase I ever made, but I just love the photo, so I have used that a lot. Yeah, so they're the thank you cards. And then I have, when I sell a product, I have two things I put in the bag. Like I have little gift bags that the mugs or at the market. So I always put these two things. So the first one is a little card. I guess it's postcard size. Then on the back, a few little photos of pieces. And every time I order these cards, I'll update my pieces because my glaze is yeah, quite often. I'd love to repeat them, and I do, but I do love trying the new combinations all the time. So that's that. And then I have my little leaflet that has my story about my sort of journey on marketing. That's the back page there. And then inside is just some pieces and just a little bit about my journey to pottery. And so that's the lovely little leaflet that goes in. These are my little tags that I use, so on all my pieces, and it just says on the back, I think like my Facebook, my Instagram, YouTube, my phone number I think is on there. And then these ones here are the same, but on the back I always write, and I'll show you one here. I always write what the piece I've called it, which is usually the glaze name or something close to that. And then I don't know if that's backwards on there, and then I always put the date it comes out of the kiln, so it's like a little birthday for the piece, the date it was born. And yeah, so that's what goes on the back. Then I just get the little ribbons that I tie on, and then these are the stickers that attach the if it's not a mug, it's tied on with a ribbon. Otherwise I do, you'll see on all my pieces, the sticker there that attaches the labels. So that's it, that's all my marketing. So that's from Vistaprint, and I do go through a fair bit of it, obviously, and it's not too bad. I always look for specials when they're doing, you know, 40% off, 20% off, and order it then. And that's it. So now I'll go through my markets. So I've done 6 markets this year, and the first one was 12th of July 25, and it was my best market, my first market I've ever done. So you know, you never know. So the first market was amazing, and I thought, oh my goodness, I have to put my glasses on. Let's have a look. I just put down totals of mugs and usually swirl bowls, but I sold 27 mugs at this market, and I got $280 of orders, and I sold lots of things. So so 27 mugs is a lot. Trying to, yeah, so it just varies. I really did sell. I came home that market with not much left. Like, it's the first time it's ever happened. I like probably went in with, you know, 6 or 7 boxes and come out with half a box. Like, sold so much. Yeah, so that was a good day. That was a good day. So that come to $1,515 in sales with $280 of orders. So that was the first market, and that was 12th of July 25. Local market cost $45 for the store, which includes the 2 tables already set up. And then the next market after that was 9th of August. Let's have a look. Sold 21 mugs, 7 whiskey tumblers. So I noted them 2 down. And it come to this was better. Sorry, this was the best market. $1,522 with $430 of orders. So just under $2,000 that market. So that was a really good market. And how strange, because that was, what date was it? If you have a look, I actually type out everything. I come home and I type out everything every piece that I sell. So that was the 9th of August. So just under $2,000. Then the 31st of August, that was a bit quieter, but 11 mugs, 2 whiskey tumblers, $730. So that was that one. And let's have a look. So 11 mugs, so that had dropped a little bit in sales. It was a bit quieter, but still so happy. I saw lots of little trinkets and small bowls. There's a swirl bowl there. Let's have a look. A lot of mugs. Spoon rests. I started selling spoon rests. So yeah, a bit of a mixture, but $730 there. And then on the 28th of September, this was the quietest day I've had. 5 mugs sold, but a mixture of things, $400. So that is the quietest market I had. But I had a great day, and yeah, I don't know what it was. Is it weather, or there wasn't as many people around? But that's okay. So $400. That was lots of little things that added up. Really, like I sold a lot of the peony candles and spoon rests, little ice cream bowls. I did sell some swirl bowls, which helps, but $400. And then 12th of October was my 5th market, $1,015. That was pretty good. I think my benchmark is now 400 and anything, because that was the lowest day I've had. So I think if I get over 400, I go, oh my God, I'm having a good day. That's fine. 1,015, 14 mugs sold, 3 swirl bowls sold, 2 of my other bowls sold. Yeah, so that's that there, 1,015. And then on Sunday just gone, which was the spring fair, 19th of October, a quiet day, but I was still really happy. $535. I think I sold, let's have 2 mugs, 3 swirl bowls, 2 mugs, isn't it? From going 30 mugs to 2. So you just never know, do you, what, and it does vary. Like the one week it might be a lot of mugs, and then another week it might be a lot of smaller pieces, and then another market might be your larger pieces. So it just really changes. So $535 at the spring fair on Sunday, which was really good. Was it four swirl bowls? So that and I sold a large wavy bowl and some mugs and a few little trinkety things. So that all comes to my 6 markets, $6,500. But I have written down my glazers. I don't know if anyone in Australia, our glazers, whew, they're like pretty much now averaging up around the $50 for the jar. So I don't think anywhere else pays that much. I'm not sure, but yeah, that $45 to $50 for our glazers. So I spent in that time $2,400 on glazers. Sounds like a lot of money. And clay $600. My Vistaprint orders $420. So I've ended up around about $3,000 after costs. for those markets. But I do a couple of retail shops, a few retail shops that buy my pottery. So I haven't added that up, but that might be an order once a month, usually from the shops, and they're usually quite big. When I say big, like $900 orders. And my website, so my website's $39 a month, so it's quite expensive, and I do get sales in there, not a lot, but I do get sales on there. So I keep it going because I love it, and I love to have a record of what's still for, like, it shows what's currently available as well, and I do sell on there. So that's my website, Lindy-Lou-pottery.shop. Right, I've gone through everything. So I don't know, I hope that helps someone. I know I don't usually talk about money, but I thought, you know what, if it's if someone's out there and they're thinking, oh, you know, my markers are only doing a few $100s, well, you know what, so am I sometimes, and I love it. And then other times I'm doing nearly $2,000. So it just varies so much, and you think, oh, is it the time of year? But my best market was it August, or which is winter here, and I'm just curious because this is my first year, you know, November, December, I've got 2 markets in each month. Like, what are they going to be like, you know, coming into Christmas? And I really got to build up mugs. I find when I've got about 45, 50 mugs, I'll sell those 25 to 30 mugs. If I've only got a dozen mugs, well, you only sell a few. And mugs are my what takes so long for me, so I've just got to build up some mugs. And but I do sell a lot of mugs to the retail shops. That's what gets me as well. So they'll order 10, 20 at a time, and then I don't have a lot for the market. Anyway, that's my story. So I'll let you go, and thank you so much for watching, and hopefully it helps someone, and never feel bad about if you have a good day, bad day, just love it anyway. And we're so blessed to be doing what we're doing. Like, it's healed my health and emotionally, everything. It's changed my life, and I can't tell you how much I love it. I love YouTube. I love watching everyone's videos and everyone's comments. So it's a beautiful world. In my world, it's a beautiful world, pottery world. And thank you so much. I hope you have the best day ever. Thank you. Bye-bye.